Hi guys, it's ASBYT and this video could save your life, no joke. I will be going over 9 secret phone features and tips and tricks on both Android and iPhones, which hopefully will help you get the best from your pocket device. Internet connections, battery and camera improvements, and some great hidden settings as well. And make sure you stay till the end because there's a huge bonus tip which might just improve the longevity of your device. So the first really handy tip is great for improving your phone's connection if you're in a huge crowded place. Now, I know it's been hard to meet in large crowded places due to the current climate, but hopefully we will soon again be able to go to concerts, sporting events, etc. And this trick might just up your connection game. So your phone will automatically be set by default to connect to the fastest available network, i.e. 4G or 5G if you have a compatible device. The problem is these networks only have the capacity for a certain amount of people. So what happens is when you're in these large crowded places, thousands of these phones are trying to connect to the fastest available network, probably 4G at specific events, thus causing a huge bottleneck and hardly anyone can actually access the internet at all. So the useful tip here is to actually go into your settings and set it to maximum 3G connection. This will mean the speed of your internet will be slightly slower, but it will mean that you'll be able to access the internet where you might not be able to on the 4G network. It's better to be slow than not at all, right? Now you can do this on Android or iOS, but I'm going to show you here on Android. So you go to your settings, you go to network, mobile network, preferred network type, and select 3G. I've done this countless times at different football stadiums and it really has helped me. Hopefully it'll help you as well. So the next time I see you at a football stadium, you'll know. We'll be like, yeah, we've got it covered, don't you worry about us. The next one is also to aid better communication. If you go to your dial pad and type in *3370#, it turns on EFR coding, which stands for enhanced full rate. This allows for a superior network quality and can help with voice calls in patchy signal areas. Now on the downside, it can be a bit of a battery drainer and unfortunately it's only available on iPhones. If you wanted to reset afterwards, simply do the same code again. Very quickly, if you're enjoying this video so far, a sub would be amazing, and drop a like on the video if you want to see a series of tips and tricks videos like this in the future. The next 2 tips are camera related, one for Android, but first one for the iPhone. And this is a tool that for many has been hiding in plain sight. I thought of sharing this after speaking to one of my friends the other day who had no idea that this feature even existed. When you're shooting videos, you can actually take photos at the same time. When you're mid-recording, there's a little white circle either above or below the stop icon, depending on whether you're shooting left or right-handed. Simply press it and it will take a photo and your video is unaffected. Let me know if you've got an iPhone and didn't know that that was a thing. The next one, as stated, is for Android and it involves downloading an APK, but it's a specific APK in a sea of hundreds. Hundreds might be a slight exaggeration, but we'll get to it. I'm of course talking about the Google Camera APK, but this specific one here listed under the Xiaomi Mi 9 seems, in my opinion, the least glitchy, and I've been using it on my OnePlus 8 Pro. It basically means when taking your snaps, you can use the phone's hardware, but Google's insanely good software, which is largely why Google's Pixel phones take such seriously great photos. Like I said, there are loads of Google Camera APKs, and I definitely would advise you to try lots if you're interested in getting the Google Camera APK onto your phone, but the Mi 9 one seems to be the best for me at the moment. The website is by XDA developers, who do some brilliant work, and I'll leave a link to the APK download in the video description. Simply click on the link and click on the top APK version there, then follow the on-screen instructions, click open, click settings, toggle on allow from this source, then go back and click install and job done. Now I must stress, after downloading this, you don't have to use it as your camera app. You can also use the inbuilt standard phone's camera app as well. You can use them side by side. So if you like one app for certain things and one app for another one, then you can do that. You can also uninstall it if you don't like it afterwards. Now the next tip could save your life. And like I said at the start, no joke. Quite simply, if you're buying a new phone charger, be very, very careful which one you buy. Certain cheap chargers, and I'll get to why in a second, can cause fires, can cause electric shocks, and this is not scaremongering, and it's very, very rare, but it can happen. Now, I get it. certain original chargers have hefty fees, and you want to save a few pounds, dollars, rupees, whatever on a new charger, but is that small saving really worth it? I mean, come on. Come over here. Come check this out. This is ridiculous. This is a cheap MacBook Pro charger that I bought a while ago off Amazon, and when you plug it in, this happens. Can you hear the state of that? That noise is certainly not normal. It shouldn't be like that at all. And I quite simply am not risking plugging that into my house because I don't want it to burn to the ground. There is a legitimate concern about certain styles of cheap chargers because quite simply certain ones don't go through the same stringent checks and tests that they should do in order to make sure they are suitable for your use. And this could leave you vulnerable. Now, I'm not saying always buy the original branded chargers. I'm just saying make sure you buy a reputable branded one. And you can do that from buying off today's video spot. I'm joking. It's not a sponsored video, this one. It was a great segue, but I'm not going to do it. I'm just looking out for your safety. The next tip is along the same lines, and it's a double whammy, as you'll see in a second. Make sure you take your case off when charging, as some cases can cause the phone to overheat. This in turn can damage it irreversibly or worse. Again, like with chargers, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of phone case manufacturers, and again, certain ones won't follow the same checks and tests. The double whammy moment came when I was testing the brand new wireless charging feature on the OnePlus 8 Pro here, and I was testing out a wireless charger which wasn't OnePlus related and wasn't even a reputable branded wireless charger either. Case was on, I was charging it wirelessly on a fairly cheap wireless charger, and the OnePlus 8 Pro actually stopped charging and told me the phone was too hot. I could blame the phone, but it would probably make more sense to not use that wireless charger, and especially not with a case on as well. Now, we've talked heavily on charging, so let's look at the opposite, battery drain, and how to avoid it. The first one is to delete your social media apps and use mobile browser shortcuts instead. And before you think I've lost the plot, hear me out. I wouldn't use this method on a new phone, or certainly a new phone with a great battery, but this is more for people who have perhaps an older device or one that is simply struggling for battery drain daily, and you're constantly getting to 3 o'clock and going, where's my battery gone? Charge, charge, charge. Because the location tracking, autoplay video, and notifications on social media apps in particular can seriously drain your battery. Using the mobile browser version of the website, like Facebook for example, is often better for your battery. In order to set a shortcut to a website almost as an app on your home screen, all you have to do on Android is click the 3 dots at the top right and click Add to Home Screen. Choose a name for your app and click Add. Job done. On iPhones, click the middle icon and select Add to Home Screen, choose the name and click Add again. Very, very simple across both. Give it a try if you're struggling for battery. Now, another big cause of battery drain is extreme temperatures. In really hot conditions, your phone can often think that there's an internal problem and work overtime to reduce the temperature as a safety precaution. All of these processes can zap energy and cause severe battery drain, as can extreme cold temperatures. In these conditions, the phone has to work harder to remain warm enough just to function correctly. Again, this will cause a big drain on your battery. So try and limit where possible the amount of sunlight on your phone. And also, if you're in really cold conditions, try and wrap your phone up a little bit, make it feel a bit cozy. I don't know. The final tip before the big bonus one is the ability to turn off all sound on your phone after a certain amount of time. Great if you're listening to music or audiobooks, etc. at night time. To do this, and this is only available on iPhones, you go to Timer, Set Timer, then click When Timer Ends and click Stop Playing. And the audio will turn off at whatever time you set it to. And the big juicy bonus tip which might help the longevity of your device is, believe it or not, to simply not update to the latest software if you have an older device. Now, there's been a lot of talk recently about companies slowing down older devices with software updates as a ploy to get you to buy their newer phones. And while I'm not saying companies intentionally do this for that reason, there's an element of truth in the slowdown of older phones with newer software updates. New software updates can often look to improve or enhance the newer devices, and actually may not be the most efficient software for an older device to be running on. As a result, it might actually cause slowdowns, lags, and battery drain issues. So I would advise you to turn off auto updates, and this applies for apps as well, because you may run into the same problems with apps as well. And do your research first before installing the latest apps and software updates. So I'm not saying don't ever update to the latest software, I'm just saying maybe wait, see some user feedback from the actual device that you might currently have. And then if you hear nothing but great things, then pull the trigger, hit the install, download that bad boy new software, and yeah, go for it. Hope you found the video helpful. Remember, drop a like if you want to see a series of videos of tips, tricks, settings, features, etc. Hidden stuff on phones that you might not know about. Then, yeah. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and love everything tech, breaking tech news, unboxings, reviews. I love you and leave you. I'll see you in the next one. Say ASBYT. Peace out.